judgment now and made it mandatory. It was at that point that the PDP now tried to stop that by going to court to say INEC should not provide them with the voters
register. All right then. Okay, let's move straight to, let's take a trip up north and let's talk about the crisis. In times of crisis, the role of government extends beyond policies, but includes provision of a lifeline for those left most vulnerable. This has been displayed by the governor of Borno State, Professor Zulum, as he allocated 500 housing units in Kunduga to alleviate the suffering of internally displaced persons, IDPs. Now, during the inauguration of the project, each of the 424 resettled households received a cash grant of 50,000 naira, while wives got 20,000 naira and essential supplies. Governor Zulum assured them of his commitment to fully resettle all IDPs in the state before the end of his tenure in May 2027. Okay, let me start with Adewale Adeoye. Talking about the Borno State governor. He has started resettling households, giving up to allocating housing units to those displaced in the city. What are your thoughts on this?
I think this governor is working hard in a very extremely difficult environment.
Extremely difficult?
Yes. Confronted with asymmetric war, confronted natural disaster just a few weeks ago, confronted with banditry and extreme poverty that he inherited. So I think, but you could say that in the midst of this cloudy environment, he has brought light. You can see commitment, you can see passion, you can see rigor. Most of the time when he goes out, see that it's always his trousers rolled up, his chest rolled up, always walking from morning to night. So I think that for even building 500 units,
the speed
in Koduga, this is remarkable.
Very remarkable.
I mean, it's one of the poorest states in the country in terms of allocation and all that. But it shows that the greatest source of human wealth is creativity.
Creative thing.
The man is creative, is ingenious. In fact, I think he's a leader that we should need to look up to. So I'm really impressed by the legacy this man has left behind and his energy to overcome the challenges. And he's actually overcoming those challenges.
Sure.
At the risk of his own life. Several times they've made an attempt to kill him.
Exactly, we heard of that.
So this man is a striking example for good leadership.
Good leadership
in Africa. And I'm glad, for what he has done. I call on Nigerians to continue to give him support and to pray for him.
Biko, the speed at which the government of Borno is coming up with these housing units is in fact commendable, isn't it?
After I became governor and I started reading reports of his energy, his inventiveness, I went to Borno State during the celebration of his 100 days in office. And I saw that model schools had been built, completed within those 100 days.
Within 100 days?
Yes. I saw electricity schemes completed within 100 days. Now, after he gained the term, 100 days for Zulum had completed and furnished primary health centers, business inoculation centers like these vocational centers.
Okay.
He had completed them. He had completed housing units within 100 days.
Within 100 days?
Yes. He did what some governors don't do in 5 years.
Exactly.
In 100 days, I was there, not that they told me. When the vice president visited the hospital that I built, the vice president said, "Are you saying you finished this in 100 days?" And it wasn't the governor alone that answered. It was like a chorus. That yes. So I don't know how he manages to do it. But if you compare Zulum to his mates, fellow governors, you will see that the difference is like night and day. I'm not exaggerating. Borno is a place I go to nearly all the time. I've done a lot of work in Borno State, largely on security. And the way it shows empathy, which is one quality that a good leader must have.
Sure.
No governor has distributed relief materials to people, distributed money. When he's going to share this, he does it by himself. It's not as if he will give money. You can see, look at people here. They have mattresses, they have bags of rice. All of this, and the governor will do it personally.
Wow.
Personally, he will send people. He works hard. I don't know how even those who work with him, I don't know how they cope, because today is returning from Niger Republic, where he's gone to see IDPs, Nigerian IDPs in that place. The next day, he's telling you he's going somewhere else. He goes to dangerous places, he sleeps there. He does not want to see IDPs anymore. So these relocations will help because they have schools in those places. They have hospital. This new place that he built. They have hospitals. They have water supply. The basic needs of the people and school for their children.
Already provided.
Yes, I know this Konduga very well because he's very strategic in the war against Boko Haram, because that is the last major city before Maiduguri. If you are coming from Bama, so Boko Haram tried to capture Konduga because once they are able to capture Konduga, they will walk into Maiduguri,
the capital.
Yes. So there was a day that Nigerian soldiers killed 66 Boko Haram fighters in one fight. 66. Because they kept coming. And our soldiers slaughtered 66. But they will still make moves to capture the place again.
All right.
Because it will help them to get into Maiduguri with his.
All right, PK, we need to go on this quick break. We'll be right back. Journalist Hangout. We'll continue right after. Don't go anywhere.
Do you believe in Nigeria? Oh, yes, I believe. Do you believe in our greatness? Oh, yes, I believe. Do you believe in our unity? Do you believe we can fight corruption? Oh, yes, I believe. I believe in Nigeria. Do you believe we can succeed? Oh, yes, I believe. I believe in Nigeria.
Let's believe in ourselves. Let's have the right attitude. We've got all it takes. Nigeria, believe. Powered by National Orientation Agency.
All right, you're welcome back. Still Journalist Hangout. In a tragic incident, the popular Katinkwari textile market in Kano was engulfed by a fire on Saturday night, resulting in the destruction of goods and property valued at millions of naira. The inferno began in a building which housed more than 100 shops and quickly spread to at least 15 stores, leaving